Hello everyone, welcome back to Everything Swift. Today we'll be tackling Leetcode question 328 titled Odd Even Linked List. We're given a linked list represented in this parameter here, which is a type optional of list node, and we're supposed to return the formatted version of the linked list. I think this example here is a pretty good demonstration of what we have to do today, so let's check it out. So in the we are given the original linked list, which is via this parameter here. So just see this original one as the parameter here. So we are given this linked list, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then we're supposed to return 1, 3, 5, 2, and 4, right? So the first node is considered an odd, and the second one is considered even, right? So basically, as we can see here, 1, 3, 5 basically are all the odd indices nodes. Are the in the formatted version, the output basically all the odd indices node are in the front of the linked list, and the even nodes are basically behind. So that's basically the task that we are supposed to do today. And the constraint here is that we must solve it in a O1 space complexity, and the time complexity is O of n, right? So that's the constraint that we have to deal with, right? We can't create any additional space, uh, and the runtime has to be O of n, right? So what's the strategy that we can use to solve this? The way I'm going to do this is I'm going to form the I'm going to build the even and odd linked list separately, and then at the end of it, I'm just going to join the odd linked list to the even one. So basically, we have to keep track of the odd odd portion of the linked list, the tail of it, right? Because as we can see here, what we are interested in is when we are going to form the connection, we are supposed to trace where is the last node of the odd indices. And then what we're interested in is basically the even head, right? So all we have to do is once we build the odd and even linked list separately, we'll just have to join the odd, the last node of the odd linked list to the first node of the even linked list. And basically that's the strategy that we're going to do, right? To build the both the odd and even linked list, what we're going to do is we're going to do a while loop, and then inside there we're going to build that both of the linked lists simultaneously, and then once the while loop is done, we are going to join the odd linked list, the last node, to the first node of the even linked list. So it's kind of hard to imagine, so I guess let's just jump straight into the code, and I think that'll be much clearer from that perspective to clarify what I just said. So I'm just going to check if the head is nil. If it is, I'm just going to return nil. So in the world of Leetcode, this is a little bit odd. Unless it's specified, we're supposed to handle it, but it's just a good habit in production environment. If we can exit out of this function as fast as possible, there's just a minor performance gain. So if, in this case, if the parameter is nil, basically there's nothing to be formed, so hence return nil. Uh, Okay, so as I said, like the strategy is to build up the odd and even linked list, but we're going to keep track of the odd ending node, basically, right? So I'm going to refer that as odd tail, and I'm going to point it to the head, the first node. First node is also odd in this question, and I need a even head, which is head.next, right? The second node is the even one, so that is the head of the even portion of the formatted linked list. And I'm going to get the even tail as well, right? The even tail is important to us so that we know when to end. And since we haven't done any formatting, the even tail is exactly the same as the even head. So I'm just setting it to be the same. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to do a while loop, and we're going to check the even tail if it is whether we have traversed the entire nodes or not. Even tail is not equals to nil, and even tail.next is not equals to nil. Then what we're going to do here is, this is where we are going to start to build up the odd list node and odd linked list and even linked list. So odd tail, basically, as we can see in this example here, the next subsequent one is basically the next of the even node, right? 1, 3, and then 3 is the next node is 5, which is also the next of the even, right? So we're just going to point it to that. Odd tail dot next equals to even head dot next, right? So basically, as you can see here, right now, the odd head is 1 and the even head is 2. Basically, we are saying that, okay, instead of 1 pointing to 2, let's point it to 3, which is even head dot next, right? Even head right now is basically 2 because we set it to head dot next. So basically, even head dot next is basically pointing to 3, and that's what we are setting. Odd tail dot next equals to 3, right? So once we have done that, we obviously want to move our odd node to the next node, right? So that we can continuously set the subsequent node behind the last node, right? In this first iteration here, the next node will be 3. So we want to advance the pointer of this odd tail to the next one, which is 3. So we can do that by doing odd tail dot next. So we're just moving the pointer to the next node. And it's the same thing for the even one. What we're going to do is, as we can see here too, the next node is basically 4. And 4 is basically the next of 3, which is the odd tail. And we have already advanced our odd tail, right? So basically what we're going to do is even tail dot next equals to odd tail dot next. So it's just a flip of the odd tail dot next equals to even head dot next, and this one is just the flip, which is even tail dot next equals to odd tail dot next. And obviously, once we build that branch, we want to move our pointer to the subsequent one so that we can continuously build up the linked list of the odd and even. So we're going to do that by just advancing it, even tail dot next, right? So basically, as you can see, it's pretty much the same, but we're just flipping it, right? Odd tail dot next, even tail dot next. Odd tail equals to odd tail dot next, even tail equals to even tail dot next. So yeah, so once this loop is done, we pretty much build up the odd linked list and also the even linked list, right? And now the only thing we have to do then is basically join the odd tail dot next equals to even head, right? So even tail is basically the last node of the even portion, but we don't want to point our odd tail, which is the last node of the odd linked list, to even tail, because that will be pointing to the last node of the even tail, right? So we want to point it to the head, which is in this example here, odd tail now should be at 5. We are looking for 2. If we point it to even tail, we are actually pointing it to 4, which is wrong, right? So that's why we are pointing it to even head instead of even tail. Once that is done, we basically have the entire linked list formatted. So let's go ahead and return it, return the head, and that should be it. Even tail not equals to tail. Yeah, I think it looks good, I guess, on first glance. Let's try and run this. Hopefully we got it right in our first attempt. That's not good. There's a typo here. Let's try and run this again. What's happening? Oh, this ain't good. Odd tail dot next equals to even head dot next. Oh, even tail. Sorry guys, even tail dot next, not even head. My bad. Typo there. There we go. That's the answer. It's just a typo. It should be even tail, not even head. So yeah, just there we go. That is the solution there. Sorry for the typos. But yeah, basically, just to summarize how we solve this question, we basically loop through the entire linked list. We build up the odd version of the linked list and the even portion of the linked list. once both of those linked lists are set up, we basically just point the last node of the odd to the first node of the even linked list, represented by this line here, and then we just return it once everything's done, because that is the formatted linked list. So yeah, I think that's about it. Hopefully you guys find this video helpful. If you do, please feel free to subscribe to this channel, and please share it with anyone who find this kind of video content helpful. Sincerely appreciate it. Take care. Thank you, and bye bye.